Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shari, Elisa here, and I am back. I'm back from California. It was a crazy trip. It was an exciting trip. I am so grateful for everyone who hosted me, took care of me, and treated me to the city of angels. Anyways, I am back. I'm so excited to be on camera. I'm so excited to show you what I got. From the title is I got a sample of the Morphe Fluidity foundation. Also got so I did get something out of the new collection. Basically, I got a sample of that. I wasn't interested in concealer because I have a bunch of concealer. I'm about to get Fenty and I'm about to get the Makeup Forever one. So I just feel like concealers I'm okay with right now. I think the biggest thing about the Morphe release for the Fluidity is the foundation and this powder. The powder because a lot of people need something to set. I bought this powder because I wanted to get, I don't have any pressed powders. Looking at all my pressed powders, I don't have any pressed powders that I use underneath the eye to wipe away a bake. So I bought this one. This is the Morphe Filter Effect Finishing Powder in the number #filter number 7. It says it's a buildable sheer to medium coverage. That's another thing from the videos that I watch. I feel like people aren't really describing what each product does, how much coverage it has. So I like, that's why I kept the box, because I wanted to show you guys. So it says it's creamy to lightweight formula. It's shine-free, oil absorbing, and it's selfie approved. And it's blend the rules. The packaging is nice. The product is very sturdy. I haven't really seen any complaints about it, but this is the color that I got. This is a little bit more on the, I want to say on the warm side. So I feel like it's like my undertone really well. The one below it honestly was a little too light, and this is just to brush away the bake. It does come with a little bit of a sponge. I don't feel like I get any use out of them. I do keep them, but maybe I'll keep it in there. At this point, after my sample, I have used this 3 times, and so I want to say that there is literally one last use out of it. So the sample really got me right. I didn't want to buy this. I didn't want to buy the product and hate it at home. I want to talk about the primer that I used. I used the Dr. Brandt. I only brought this one. I'm not sure why. It ended up making me very illuminated where you can see specks, but it wasn't really hydrating. I think it's more hydrating in New York than it is in California. My skin needs a revamp ASAP. I just did a mask before recording this video. I think from the videos that I've watched, it's very important to have a very hydrating primer, and I don't have any hydrating primers because I'm combination. But right now my skin's feeling very normal, so I'm not even sure what to use because I feel like everything I own is either, I don't know, I just feel like everything. So you know what I'm going to use? This will never disappoint me. This is the High Spreadability Fluid Primer, and we're basically going to try this sample on camera, and we are going to just review it together. So this isn't really a review, and it's definitely not a first impression. It's more of like, I got a sample. This is my 4th time using it, and I want you guys to see rush into the sample that's left. So I'm literally using it in one section. Always, you know, blend down. And it is a little bit yellow. I want to talk about, as I'm applying this, why I didn't get the color underneath it or below it. Underneath and above it. So if I was to go like to 4.20, it got a little bit more red. And the reason I picked this is because they said in the store that it was going to oxidize. And I remember in the store talking to a guy, and he was like, I was like, well, I don't know if I want to buy it because I work at Sephora and I'm about to get the Fenty one. And he was saying to me, well, why don't you wait till you get the Fenty one? Which was kind of strange because I would expect somebody to be like, you should get this and like sell it to me, but he was just like whatever about it, which I liked. I felt like there was no pressure to buy anything. It was like, look, this is what I've been using, this is what I like, here, this is what I would suggest. There was no problem in getting a sample. The sample, honestly, I thought wasn't going to be enough, but it ended up being enough. I think I've been hearing from, well, in the store I was hearing that a lot of people weren't using it right, or they were using like little or whatever, so that's what it's been. So I got a sample for 10 because I was hearing that it oxidizes, and the video I watched last night said that it oxidized. So I felt like this is more in my like family, and I do bronze. I do want to add a little contour do all like the regular stuff that you would do in your makeup. That's why I'm excited to do this video now, because now I'm in the comfort of my home and I can sit down and play with it. I was always doing my makeup on the floor or at my friend's house, or like in a position where I wasn't like the most comfortable and had like access to space and stuff. So first things first, I really love this brush. I don't know, I feel like it does soak up a lot of product, but if I were to be like this, I would give more product to like spread. Let me back you guys up a little bit. Oh. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. I think the primer that I'm using right now helped a lot. I'm actually kind of sad to see this foundation go, because I literally wore it almost every day after I got the sample. The first day I was there, I used my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I liked it, but I don't think I put like a thick enough layer, not thick enough, but like enough of a layer to really get it. And so I think with Armani Luminous Silk, you can sweat it out very quickly, especially my mustache area. I'm just going over with it. Lately I've been liking brushes to do my makeup. After, you know, I had pink eye before I left, I threw away a lot of my sponges because I wasn't sure, you know, what caused it. And so I was already knowing that I was gonna get this while I was out there. So yeah, it's very well blended into my skin. It's not picking up on any texture to me. A lot of the reviews I feel like are, I don't know, I think people are not using it the right way. And I think the biggest takeaway I can take out of the review, or just using it and talking about it on camera, is that you need to work in sections. Because when I first used it, I really had to like, I was rushing anyway, so I was like doing it really fast, and then I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this, whatever. And then when I sprayed and I did the rest of my makeup, I was like, I liked it. But then the next day I worked in sections. So if you are planning on getting this, I would suggest maybe getting use a proper tool. So I don't know if I would like to sponge with this, because I don't know, I just feel like the brush just did it like justice. I just like the way it looks on my skin. I got so many compliments. Wow, that's another thing. Like, I got so many people were like, are you wearing foundation? Like, I can't really tell. It doesn't even look you really wearing makeup. Because I wasn't a huge like eye makeup person, unless the party I went to I wore eye makeup. But I really didn't wear it too much, just because I didn't want to like waste time. I wanted to like put a little bead on and call it a day. So I zoomed you guys in a little bit. Yeah, this sponge is really fucking hard, but it's not taking up a lot of product, which I like. So I can see maybe why beauty gurus like it. This is designed, I don't know if I talked about this, was designed for highlighting and contouring. So it's not for the rest of the face, but it's spreading my concealer really nice. It's giving me the bright eye that I personally like. Yeah. It's like an egg, basically. And you don't have to hold on to it too quite, because you can literally hold it like this and spread and lightly tap. And it's spread out. So this is spread out, and this is obviously waiting to be blended out. We're going to go into filter number 7. So we're going to brush this bake away. And I wanted to brush the bake away. I've been using this little one. This is the Real Techniques. This is a setting brush. Let's actually do, because I want to use this one. I want to know what, they're very small brushes, as you can see. I'm going to just dip my brush into there, excess, and let's, I feel like in person my makeup looks very, I mean on camera my makeup looks very like dramatic and it looks like, ooh, snatch, but in person I'm not crazy about it right now. I think once, that's the thing, once you do setting spray, your whole like idea of your makeup just changes. Ooh. The Sacha Buttercup is really yellow. I kind of wish that I had gotten Sacha Light, because it's so high yellow. But then again, when you brush it off, like I'm looking at myself and I'm looking at myself on camera and I'm looking at myself in this mirror. Yeah, it does look a little more diffused. I think I like this brush. That little one is just a little too little, I guess. It's a typical like brown liner. First things first, on camera I'm looking a little bit little bit lighter because I have my light, I have natural light, and I don't have my ring light. So I have different kind of lights going on just to kind of balance it. It does give me like a filtery effect without me putting a filter on my camera. But in person, it matches me very, very well. I feel like this foundation is hated on right now because it's got Morphe behind it, but I actually really, really, really like it. I want to see if I can try to return this sponge because honestly it's trash and I'm not really a fan of it. But other than that, I really like the way that my makeup came out. I really, really, really love this lip liner. I hope that I can get my fingers on Sweet Tea because it is a really pretty brown, and I feel like it would look nice by itself. My camera died, or it was getting low when I was doing my lipstick because I need a new battery, period. So I turned it off. Right now I'm wearing the liquid lipstick from Smashbox in the color Got a light, but everything else I really, really love. The foundation honestly is really nice. I like it with the primer. I think it was important to use the primer in which I would normally do my makeup. I think the one that I used before just kind of made me a little bit dried out, but that was because of the weather condition I was in. But other than that, I've been using the foundation for over a week. I really, really like it. Don't let the hype make you feel any kind of way. If you have access to a Morphe store, I would say get a sample. It's nice that a indie brand has a physical brick and mortar store and that you can actually get a sample as opposed to Sephora being the only option, because I don't think department stores or Ulta give samples. So that is very, very nice. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I'm so glad to be back in front of the camera, in front of these ring lights, so I can show you what's next. And get tuned and get ready for more get readies with me, more tutorials, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. And don't forget to subscribe because you know you want to see me again.